Alright, good day YouTube. Pseudo GJ, Gary here. See, I got some new gloves. First gloves I've had with the knuckle sliders. They're not real leather, but I like the grip on them so far. I think I'm going to like them. All right. Well, can you say road trip? I figure most of you can. I'm planning the longest trip of my motorcycle career, coming in June. A trip to California. I'm going to cut down southwest across Kansas and just barely clip Oklahoma and Texas. And then just for the sake of time, just go across I-40 through New Mexico and Arizona and into California. I'll put up a map of my proposed route here. I've got an old friend near Bakersfield I want to see. Haven't seen her, oh golly, like 30 years or more. I grew up with her and her brother back in my days before high school. And then from there I want to go up the coast, avoiding LA, up the coast, Pacific Coast Highway. Stopping in Santa Cruz. May not be in Santa Cruz too long, that's where I grew up. Not too much for me to see or do there anymore, but might just stop for old time's sake. Check out a few of the old neighborhoods. And from there probably over to San Jose and meet up with a motovlogger there that I've enjoyed his videos for a long time here, Triple X Deadhead. We can get together. I know he's planning a big trip to the east in July, so hopefully timing will work out that I can at least do a meetup with him. And then I want to come back along US Highway 50 through Nevada and Utah and into Colorado and Kansas. I'm just looking at some of the cities along that route through Nevada, and I think I must have taken that route at one time or other. Sounds familiar. back before I-70 was much of an item. And I guess that route does follow 70 for a little ways anyway. So I'm allowing 2 weeks for the trip. I don't know how many miles I'm going to be able to do a day. Like I say, the longest trip I've ever planned like that. I'm allowing for enough time to take a day off there, here and there if I need to. My wife's understandably not real thrilled with the idea. But then she's never been real thrilled about my motorcycle in any case. Plan to get my 12,000 mile service done on the motorcycle here before I go. Just got new tires on it, as I mentioned before. I want to be sure everything's right for the trip. I installed ride-on in the tires too, so hopefully won't have any problems with punctures or anything. I've got roadside service with AMA that I've never used. Well, hopefully that'll be there if I need it. And all in all, an exciting adventure. I'm getting excited. In other news, I redid my rocks risers setup here a little bit. Back when we first did it, we noticed that the lower section where all the swivel is just metal to metal, and a metal cylinder inside of a metal cylinder. I don't know how to exactly say it, but no matter how tight you tighten it, it still kind of slips on the bumpy roads. We put a section of hose clamp with the little grippers metal in there, but I don't think that did too much. Just metal on metal sliding. I can see the wear when I took it all apart. So what I'm trying now is a little small inch section of inner tube inside each swivel joint, and so far it seems to be working. We'll see. I don't always notice when the handlebars shift downward, except that all of a sudden my mirrors are out of adjustment. So right now it appears there's a little bit of give because of the rubber, but they don't allow it to slide enough that it's going to change the angle, I think. As always, I'm open for any suggestions on ideas for other fixes for that. On the motorcycle forums, they mentioned taking a Dremel tool and roughing up the metal. And I don't have a Dremel tool, so that option's out on me unless I want to buy one. So I bought a little gadget to go on my trip. Called a Spot Gen 3. It's got a GPS inside and a transmitter. Talks to a commercial satellite. And every 10 minutes it actually leaves a track of where you are so that you have a record for your family and friends to follow your trip. That's the safety features on it. Get us started here. Doesn't work if you don't remember to turn it on. The button I pushed there was for tracking, starts the tracking. It's got a button here that'll send an OK message to people you designate. Under the flap here, it's got an SOS that'll break a leg or something serious. You can actually, they'll actually talk to your designated people and actually send rescue people out to find you. This works even if you're not within cell phone range, so it's a kind of handy thing to have. Hopefully that'll put my wife's mind at ease a little bit.